because if it said black, I didn't want him. Thank God it said donkey brown. So I ended up buying him because it was donkey brown and not black. But as you can see, he does pretty much look black now, but in the summer, he goes a donkey brown colour. So he's a devil in the winter, and a lovely horse in the summer. Not joking, I'm only joking. He's the same all round. Now, he took quite a while to, see what I mean, noise sensitive. I mean, a bird can fly out of a hedge and I'm sometimes facing the opposite direction. There you go. He took quite a lot to get going, and I said to my friend, I've got this really nice horse. Do you fancy backing it for me? He was like, yeah, sure. I don't know if many of you know, he's called Ryan Shannon. He's actually got his own business himself. And I said to him, I've lunged him, and I've long-reined him, and he's ready to get aboard. Now what I didn't tell him was, when I put the saddle on, he actually bucked the saddle off. I've never in my entire life seen a horse that can buck like it. He did handstands all over the arena. I was pretty much sure that I was not going to be the first person to sit on him, because I thought that's far too dangerous. So I thought, why not call my friend up and give him that lovely job? But I didn't quite tell him the full story, obviously, because I thought, well, he might not get on if I tell him that. So he said, well, what have you done? So I told him. So anyway, he came and he jumped up and down his side, and of course, somebody moving by the side of him, he took him a good few goes just to get used to someone jumping up and down, leaning over him. And then, actually, when he got on him, and to this day, he has never put a foot wrong. He is the most scaredest horse that I've ever had to train, because he's scared of his own shadow. He, like that, see? Oh. He literally would, I would be whipping around and facing the other way more than I could ever go in a straight line. And it was not because he was naughty. And this was the interesting thing with him. It was never because he was naughty, it was always because he was genuinely scared. And I could feel him shaking underneath me. And what I got to realise quite quickly was I had to be his security blanket. I had to be the one that gave him that reassurance and to make him trust me. Because if he trusted me, then I know I could get him more confident. I never took him to a show. He went to his first show when he was 7. So the end of last year, literally the end of last year, he did his first ever show, of which I competed him at advanced medium, because there was no way I was going to ever get him out to a show and be safe or give him the right experience, because he was the sort of horse, if he had a bad experience, he didn't forget it, and then the next time he went out he was worse. So I actually just took him places and just rode him round and just, took my time with him to try and get that trust with him. And he's a horse now that I absolutely love, and I genuinely feel I have probably one of the best partnerships with, because even when he's scared, he still tries his heart out, and I can feel when he's scared, and I can reassure him he gives everything a go. So I thought it would be a perfect horse to really demonstrate, because I, again, have gone through quite a lot. Now, he's a really sensitive horse. Again, trying to get my legs on him as a young horse.